Hey, this is Tony Soprano, and you're listening to Jersey Boyz Podcast with your hosts, Dave Sturchio and the Ernst boys. I mean, I could give a shit about the Cowboys. We're in New Jersey. These guys got balls being Cowboys fans in Jersey. Anyways, enjoy. Well, whatever.
How about this, Cowboys?
Cowboys Nation, good afternoon, good evening. Hope everybody's doing well out there on a Tuesday, December the 16th. It is Dave Sturchio, is a nationally known comedian, Bret Ernst, and of course the Grinch is here in Grinch form because it's Christmas time, and I mean it's perfect. It's perfect for him. The Jersey Boyz Podcast back on the air today after the Dallas Cowboys decide not to show up again, and it's all but over. We have now officially a 1% chance to run the table, and the Eagles got to lose out, and let me tell you something.
There's other scenarios too.
Oh Christ! Oh no!
If Green Bay loses all their games, splits with the Bears.
Oh no! Stop! Stop! All right, because Keith's gonna leave. So, in any event, unfortunately, Dallas decided to shit the bed when it was right there for the taking. Minnesota Vikings played the game of their lives once again because why not? It's the Cowboys, so it's in prime time. So this is why things get done the way they get done. And the Cowboys are ultimately now 6-7-1, and their playoff hopes are pretty much up in smoke.
Over. It's done. It's done.
Yeah. I'm not. Listen, I'm not sitting here saying you're telling me there's shit. No, there's not. But in 2 weeks, ask me again. You never know. So yeah, I would just hate if we win this week and the Eagles somehow trip up against Mariota, right? And then next week, Jesus. Josh Allen has to have it, and then we beat the Redskins. And then it's like the last week of the season, you're like, fuck. So, then you're in that, if we win and they lose, we're in. It's like, oh, my God.
I'm not losing to Washington, buddy.
No. Well, you should have saw the reaction to everybody, me telling everybody,
yeah,
by the way,
it doesn't matter. I mean, our best chance, obviously, was winning the last four, which after the loss to Detroit, I couldn't see that happening. I didn't get to speak last week because the mistakes they were making this late in the season after Thanksgiving during that game, you just don't do. I mean, You look at teams that get better, like the Texans during the season, like there are certain way we've just gotten no. I mean, we got the false hope with the trade, which I was not completely sold on. Now all this being said, I did think we were going to win against Minnesota. I didn't think we'd cover, but I think we'd win. And the main reason why is because of our offense. I thought that, and I know we were texting the second half, and I wasn't being a little Ernst or optimistic. I really thought we were going to win that game because I really think, and I still do think, we're better than them. And it's like it's one of those things, and I thought in the end we were going to win because of our offense. And the sad thing is we lost because of our offense, but we didn't lose because of our offense, if that makes sense. Because we put up 26 points, and 26 points should be enough to beat a fucking J.J. McCarthy-led offense from the Minnesota Vikings. I mean,
here he comes. He's coming out.
It just doesn't make any sense. I mean,
no, you're not wrong.
And I don't know. And I sent you guys stuff last week because rewatching Detroit game, Kenneth Murray was fucking goddamn awful. And I sent you our when we did our free agent grades, and I'm sure you guys didn't listen to what I sent. But I went into him, and everything I said then, I gave him an F. Sturch gave him a B plus. I'll try. I bring up if you listen to it. I know everything's hindsight, but I brought up the 180 out of 185 against the run, and you were adamant that scheme could help him. And it has not done that at all. He literally has the worst linebacker play I've ever seen in the history of the Dallas Cowboys on Monday night. When you are literally the middle linebacker and the running back runs literally right up the middle, and there's no one blocking our middle linebacker who decides to step to the right and take on another hole where there was not even a fake to. I still don't understand what the fuck this guy was doing. His football awareness is awful. I blame this season on Jerry Jones And the main reason why is the hiring of Eberflus and the crappy and shitty defensive free agency. Not one free agent he got has helped us on defense. Did he? Who?
Clowney.
Okay. That was later, though.
But
right?
that was later in the season.
Mid-season.
Yeah, it was
I'm
all
talking about off-season free agents when all these free agents were available. Who did he get to help us?
Oh, well, why don't you
on defense?
Why don't you take a step back and realize that we also had Jack Sanborn playing like that? Dude, you're right. Listen,
that's another one. Dude. So listen to that draft grade. That was Bret's boy. Bret's like, yo, I got friends from Chicago, man. They're telling me this guy can play. They don't want him leaving. We're so generic, all of us.
Well, you gotta also factor this in.
Hi, Bret.
He said we're a better team than Minnesota. We're more talented. We have a lot of talent. We're just not a good team. And you got to give shout out to Kevin O'Connell and Brian Flores, both of them for Minnesota. No, bro, come on, man. Their defense.
Their defense. I'm not giving them a shout out. We fucking suck.
Buddy,
they get no shout outs. They get no shout outs by me. Not one.
Right.
They're not even in the playoffs.
It doesn't matter.
That's the funny thing. That's the thing that makes me laugh about this whole thing.
This is what go ahead.
Yeah, this is what makes me laugh about this whole thing. Minnesota found out, okay, that they were in the playoffs 3 hours before our game. They were fucking eliminated. You would have think it was the opposite. What is wrong with this fucking team, man?
Well, let me get back to that. So we're a bad team.
But glad you give them your flowers and give them props all you want. I don't give them shit.
I tell you right now, I would take Flores in a heartbeat, but go ahead, Bret.
Fuck. What I'm saying is they faced the number one offense or number two, top five in almost every category with a shitty defense, and they stalled us. Okay. We couldn't drive certain plays. And we also got to look at the fact that our defense, that's our problem, is just our coordinator. I mean, it has to be, even though we've said this every year, and then like fucking Quinn goes to the NFC Championship game. But, if Kevin O'Connell's he was an offensive coordinator, obviously, with the Rams when they signed him, which I'm a big you want your head coach to be an offensive coordinator, in my opinion. It's
I agree.
Very few defensive coaches, even though Tom Landry counts as a defensive coordinator, but he was a very rare expert in both, right? He was either one. But
Belichick. But yeah.
Belichick too, yeah.
Oh, Belichick too, yeah. Great.
Biggest
call.
exception to the rule, yeah, sure.
Yeah. So our defense fucking shit the bed again. But our offense didn't play. We didn't drive and score when we needed to. And, and not to put the blame on Aubrey for missing 2 field goals, but, which is rare. Well, we should have scored. We should have been in the end zone. I mean, Minnesota's defense is fucking garbage. And Flores,
are they that bad?
I mean, I look at Minnesota as there's a couple.
Bro, do you have the stat in front of you? You said that. I don't know. What were do you know what their ranking is?
No, I didn't even look.
I would tell you right now that Minnesota's defense is actually
garbage, bro. No, McCarthy's been sucking the last few weeks really bad. That's why they've been losing. I don't think it's been their defense. I mean, they shut down the Lions when they beat Detroit, and no, it's. I don't want to say.
You want to hear something crazy? It's just a theory. Mm-hmm. Now, again, the play call itself was, I said, what the F are you doing? I almost threw my phone when we ran a fake field goal, right? I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, no way.
Guys,
right? And then Aubrey, hold on. And then Aubrey gets the run, right? And he slides, right? And I'm like, cool. Do you, again, theory, maybe conspiracy, do you think that has anything to do with the rest of the game, the way Aubrey played? The fact that he had to run the ball and actually slide.
No, bro. But you know what's funny about Aubrey, and I brought this up, and I get your point. Like they're fucking they're using him too much. He's making special teams tackles. He's running the ball
next week.
And what's funny is that he had that guy wide open.
Well, that's what I was like. All right, he's gonna dump it, and then he tucks it like a foot. I'm like,
and then I thought he slid before the first down. I was
that's
like,
what I thought too.
Shit. I was like,
no, you're right. They're number 9.
They're 9th ranked. I just looked up.
Okay,
yeah, they're number 9.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. I mean, look at
offense.
But look at bro. But look how good our offense is, though. I mean, we put 26 points on them, missing 2 field goals. which, would have been what? Well, yeah, 26. That would have been 29, putting 30 plus points up on them. I meant the offense, and it just really sucks that this team just can't get on the same page for one goddamn season. It's either the defense is really good or the offense is really good. It's like, can they just come together fucking once? Last time we had it was 2014 with Romo. That I would say even 2016, our defense was lights out with Dak and our offense was good. But I meant they just can't get it together, man.
There's a couple teams across the league that I think that have like really, really good defenses and offenses that can manage a game really, really well and score points when it's absolutely needed. I look at the Broncos and I look at like those teams. Like, you don't look at Bo Nix as like a guy that's going to light the world on fire, but you know what? They're getting it done, right? Balanced offense. They get it done. Sean Payton, all that shit. The Cowboys just can't seem to get that, right? But now I'm looking at this team in this game in particular, only this game. I think a big factor was the health of Javonte Williams. And the reason why I say that is because, he's banging up his shoulder. I know he came back to the game and he started running really hard. And we as a team, as fans of the team, we like Malik Davis. We think he's a hard runner. Then you got Hunter Lipke doing his thing, right? But none of that replicated the running game that we've had all season. And I think that put a lot of pressure on this offensive play calling and the offensive performance. Now, like you said, Keith, we could have scored 32 plus, right? With all things going our way and all this other shit. I just think the balance was off this week. And once you become an unbalanced team and you got to really start like thinking outside the box, and Schottenheimer now has to go deeper into the playbook because you just can't run that play because we don't have, then all of a sudden they run that end around to CD. And I almost threw my phone again. I said, bro, not every play is going to for this shit.
But not every play is going to be
I get
work.
it.
I didn't realize they're top 10, but we were 2 for 9 in third down.
Third down was atrocious.
But 3 for 3 and fourth.
Yeah.
But
I look at this. I look at that, and what I say is to that is I don't think it mattered, Sturch.
What do you mean?
It just seemed, put it this way, the Vikings were scoring when they needed to. And I don't care how many fucking touchdowns we ended up we did end up scoring, they would have answered. And at the end, they were playing more of a, all right, let's not let them get the ball type thing when they were up by 11.
Mm-hmm.
And they were up by 11 points. So it's like, if we would have kept, it didn't matter. They stopped scoring just to kill the clock.
Right.
Our defense is the only reason why we lost that game.
100%.
And I go Kenneth Murray and then Eberflus right after it. Because it's hard to judge. It really is with such poor linebacking play. It's so bad. Did you guys watch that clip I tagged you in? The one I'm talking about when he's going through the middle?
Yeah, that's viral. That's everybody's looking at that.
That's up there with the Tony Pollard 1 yard run that he should have had against the Dolphins on Christmas Day. Where
good call.
Nobody knows how he didn't get that. It's like that is one of the worst defensive plays I've ever seen in my life.
And much like a goalie in soccer, right? When there's a penalty shot or a penalty kick or whatever the fuck they call it, like when you have to guess, right? If you guess right, you're gonna make a stop, right? Maybe 9 times out of 10. It felt like with Murray, he was like, I know the play. I know where it's going.
Yeah.
Here we go. Ready? Hike. Huh, fuck. Right? Just took the wrong hole. Just complete and just bolted through that line. And I'm like, CJ Ham, who's not scored all year, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Always us. But that's my point, and I bring this up. And if you go through, I don't know if you could use a Chat GPT or whatever, and go through our podcast and say how many times I say we have the dumbest fucking football team in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Bobby Bottles. He was coming and saying, like, if not for Aubrey.
If you're gonna throw something up, bro, that's that's a paragraph, you know. We're gonna read it.
How long was that up there for? Like
yeah, put it back up. You guys can do your thing. If not, he goes, I think you're not being fair to the Cowboys.
We're not blaming Aubrey at all. We're saying when you're playing a game, when you have a team, some aspects are going to not be up to par. The other, we don't have a balance anywhere.
Right.
And when we're talking special teams, we're not just talking about the field goal unit. We're talking about kickoff returns.
We saw that in Detroit.
Which last week we
played better this game.
Yeah, we did. We had a better special teams play this game.
We had a way better game than kick return.
But yeah,
go ahead.
No, go
No, I
back
was in
to
the middle of
defensive
saying
point.
just that. No, it's saying, Beck, I don't, you're not even, whoever that is, you're not hearing that from me. I am not even coming near talking about the offense at all. The only thing I did say, what maybe he might be referring to is our offense was the only way we could win this game. That was it, obviously.
No, he's
Like,
referring
by
to
scoring
me.
every drive.
I think he's referring to what I said earlier, where we stalled a lot.
But now
we did, but I thought Minnesota's defense was way worse than it was.
right.
No, they're not.
Now,
but no,
now I also
so really quick. But
no, I was just gonna say
go ahead.
in regards to Eberflus, right? Or Barfalus, whatever you want to call him. In regards to him, this is now 2 weeks in a row, right? 2 weeks in a row. We started the game against Detroit with 5-man fronts and blitzes, and Goff looked like he was seeing ghosts. Then we went away from it and got ran out of town. Same thing here. We literally rushed 5, got McCarthy flustered. He looked like he was like, oh, shit, this is going to be a long night. And then he switches it again. Where's the logic there? Like, just
I don't know. I don't know.
Right?
And I remember I was texting
like,
you, Sturch,
what are we talking
in the
about?
beginning of the game. Remember in the beginning of the game, I was like, I texted you. I was like, if we run this defense, we're going to do all right. And you're like, well, look what happened with Detroit when they stopped last week, and exactly what was happening.
He did it again.
Well, I think we all text because I said, why didn't we do this against Detroit in the first, the way we were rushing? And again, you don't want to bring 5 on every play.
No.
They just stopped altogether.
But if you look across the league, guys, every game you watch, right? And I love watching or listening to Troy break it down on Monday nights a lot because he can really like dissect a defense just like Romo can on the
And
air.
he doesn't give a fuck either. I love it.
I love that, by the way. That is like when Miami was like letting the clock run out, he's like, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. It's like he was so pissed.
Or there was a personal foul that remember the guy stood up after a tackle and they called an unsportsmanlike, and he's like, what is that?
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
But, I don't know if anybody else saw the screen grab of like Tua just laughing his balls off when they're down by 14 with like 2 minutes to go on the sidelines. I'm like, this dude stinks. Anyway, so yeah, the Eberflus thing, like obviously it hasn't worked. I broke it down. Jerry Jones went on the air today and said, we got to take these last 3 games and really evaluate. And I'm like, wait, hold on. Like you've played 14 games this year. Do you know it in half of them, we've given up 30 or more? Half of them. We've only held a team under 20 points once. So the proof is in the pudding, man. There's nothing to talk about.
Hold on. There is something to talk about. I read this stat wrong. I was looking at Minnesota. We were 2 for 12 on third down.
Yeah. So we just
just think about that. We were 2 for 12 on third down and 3 for 4 on fourth downs. So 2 for 12.
It's bad
on offense.
It's very bad.
I mean, I'm saying is that,
well, there's a lot to take into effect there too, where you say 2 for 12 and then 3 for 3 on fourth down, right?
No, 3 for 4 on fourth.
3 for fourth down. So then some of those went to fourth down. Some of those third downs were inside the 20 already. So they drove down the field.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not making excuses. Like how many 3 and outs did we have? I think 1 or 2 maybe. So the offense was driving and doing the best they could against a pretty damn good defense.
And I think that goes to what Bret was saying before, that we do have the number 1 ranked yards and game points offense, right? We had the best offense in football, right?
We also had 7 penalties for fucking 58 yards. And they were 2 penalties, stupid penalties.
I'll get into that in a second because but what I'm saying is the offense has shown this year in particular that they can hum. And once they're on, they're scoring at will. And this is great, right? Brian Flores had something, and it wasn't necessarily his overall scheme. He was basically teasing and faking and doing all this, the looks and here comes the pressure. And you're like, yeah, bring the pressure on. Come on. Dak eats that shit up. And then the pressure wouldn't come. They would drop. And all of a sudden you're like, oh, those windows aren't there anymore. So Brian Flores, credit to him, credit to his defense for not letting the Cowboys look like the Cowboys offense of all year. Right. So that's a credit to him. And guys like the veteran players they have over there are great. Harrison Smith has been a baller his whole career. Right. All those guys, the Vikings defense did their job. The problem, and this is like Keith, like you said, there's no excuse whatsoever. It's on the defense. You can't let an offense that's been sputtering, an offense that hasn't found Justin Jefferson in 3 weeks. They haven't done nothing. And of course, the very end of that game when you need that stop to get the ball back. Who but our favorite player on the planet, Aaron Jones, is the guy to fucking get the first down. I'm like, oh,
that's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, the defense, it's schemed to me right now, because I think, just like Bret said earlier, this team is talented. They have really good players on that defense that are just as good as anybody in the league. But when you're not in the right position, there was multiple plays, not just the Kenneth Murray play, multiple plays where they're like,
well, even on that bootleg, like, that's like
an anomaly.
That's
it's not
football 101, man. I mean,
bro. Yeah. I mean, I brought that up. Yeah. Go ahead. No, go ahead, bro. I was trying to bring that up the last 5 minutes, but I couldn't get it in there. But go ahead. You got it.
Sorry.
Well, I haven't said a word. We couldn't get. You're always supposed to have somebody that's just there for the containment, for a naked boot, no matter what. It's like on an like basic option. You get the end takes the quarterback, the linebacker takes the running back. You're not both supposed to go for the quarterback, right? We had no one home, no one. Everybody was inside again. It makes no sense, and they ran it away from Overshown.
They ran away from everybody.
No. I'm saying they ran the boot away from where Overshown, I think, was on the strong side when they did that.
I've never been so pumped and pissed in like a one breath. I was like, yeah, fucking guy.
as I was saying before you put the paragraph up for us to read. if you were to get, I said this is the dumbest fucking team in the NFL, and that was the next one I was going to bring up, is what Bret just brought up, is the bootleg. Yeah, it was a great fake, but you maintain containment. Usually when people run bootlegs, at least you see somebody running after the quarterback, even if it's in the fucking distance. This guy was breakdancing into the fucking end zone, and nobody's near him.
I believe they call that the gritty.
Whatever the fuck it's called, I don't know. But I'm just saying, I'm like, are you? And then the dumbass that's chasing down the running back or whatever it was, horse collars him out of bounds. What the fuck are you doing? Like, what is wrong with these people, bro?
It's a rookie. It's ready
just
story.
Dumb. It's dumb. I don't rookie, whatever. They've been playing football their whole life.
I put that out
it's
there.
Like, stop with it. And then everyone like being out of position. That's why it's kind of hard.
Lost you. Go ahead. Sorry. You're back. You're not back. You're back.
No, I was going to say that, and that's what it comes down to is who's getting the players and who's getting the coach. Okay. We did not, and I know everyone's like, oh, Rex Ryan and this and that. Everyone wants defensive coordinators that we know. I don't want any old school ones anymore. I want a young guy I've never fucking heard of to come in and be a defensive coordinator for us. That's all we do. Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
So, all right. So my tweet the other day caught some traction, and this is what I think the Cowboys should do right now, but they won't, because they're already back in practice. They're getting ready for the Chargers. It's just not going to happen. But I said, and it was yesterday before they got back to practice, I said, there's no harm in firing Eberflus, because we all know that's going to happen just based off of Jerry Jones and just the temperature in the room. We all figured they're going to look for a fourth coordinator in 4 years, which is not going to be any fun, but like, that's what you got to do. You can't just let this guy come back, right? So now that's one problem. You fire him now, and you give guys like Coach Whitecotton, the defensive line coach, who is a Schottenheimer hire, right? Because remember, Eberflus is the only one that was hired by Jerry Jones and the Joneses, and like it felt like it wasn't a Schottenheimer mix. So now you give the team the Whitecotton for the next 3 weeks, right? So what's the harm in that? What's the harm to see how he can do whatever? You're playing the Chargers, you're playing the Commanders, you're playing the Giants. Now, I understand that these teams, the Chargers, are very good, or at least they're on their way to the playoffs potentially. But you look at teams like the Commanders and the Giants, so you probably won't get the best looks of who you're playing, because Mariota's starting, Jackson Dart's, they're packing it in. They're looking for the one pick maybe. You at least give them a shot, because if anything else, at the end of the year, isn't Whitecotton going to be a candidate anyway to interview, right? So why can't he evaluate some of these players in the next couple of weeks just to see who he thinks should be playing in there? Because again, you're trotting guys like Kenneth Murray out there for no apparent reason whatsoever, and I'm hearing things like, oh, he's a real pro throughout the week and he's doing the right thing. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. When the Cowboys were winning Super Bowls in the 90s, nobody was doing the right thing outside the stadium. Okay, nobody. So like that's where I'm at here, where you can't hire somebody from outside the building right now. You just don't do it. It doesn't happen. It's non-existent. So that's why I say, okay, Whitecotton, he's in the fucking building already, so give him the shot. Give him a shot. There's no reason why we can't, right? And then at the end of the year, like you guys said, let's go for the younger brainiac child. Who knows?
Well, I was going to say if
I mean, who knows? He might be the.
You're a little bit on delay, Keith. And I'm just saying.
Look at the job Al Harris did in Chicago, right? I mean, that to me is perfect. When he was our defensive back coach, we were killing it, but our linebackers were fucking garbage, right? So where I don't even know who's available anymore. Like we should have. I think Al Harris was our biggest loss.
Go ahead, Keith.
I don't. I was going to say that. I think that the White Cotton guy. Am I still delayed?
No, you're good.
You're good.
I mean, I wanted him 6-7 weeks ago to come in. I mean, but you're right. See who he is now. You might as well. You know,
it can't hurt at this point. You know, it can't hurt. And if you go on this miraculous run and all of a sudden, you know, something happens where it's just like, hey, that 1% is not, you're like, who gives a shit? But what I'm saying is like, this is your chance to at least audition.
But here's the thing. You don't just do that. We know, get Murray out of the fucking game. Okay. Mm-hmm. Get him out. Let's do a defense without, I know he needs to see his free agents in there, but you know what? They've been awful. Let's see. You want to evaluate everyone? Let's start with the shitty players you've already gotten free agents and get them off the field right now. Get your young guys in there. And you're right. Get a DC, upgrade because you know another thing you didn't bring up. That's Jennings. I always call him Jennings, the defensive lineman from the Jets we got.
Quinn and Williams.
Yeah, Williams. That's Williams' coach from the Jets.
Yeah.
So I meant, you know, just do all that, and I would love that. That would give us a little more interest at least for the next 3 weeks. Something.
Yeah, because
you know, I mean?
How the Dallas Cowboys.
I would even think of shutting Dak down, bro. I'm not even kidding. I would think of shutting Dak down.
So you say that, and I heard that on 105.3 The Fan, that if this game gets away from us early, that we may not see Prescott for the rest of the year. Because then you got the Joe Milton experience, and you could see if he's like worth maybe keeping, trading, whatever, like boost his value up, and maybe you can land a pick or some shit in the offseason. I don't know. But what I will say is you're trotting out the guys that want to be there, and Quinn Williams is now in concussion protocol. We don't even know if we're going to have him against San Diego, LA. Like there's a lot of guys like Javonte is going to be banged up, if not probably out. I don't know, because I haven't read the practice report for this week yet. But I just at this point, and you know me, man, you know, last year I was like, let's beat the Bucks, let's beat these teams. And like we were completely gone and eliminated, right? I was like, let's win games. I'm always going to be that way. There's no way I'm not coming out here saying, let's just fucking lose. There's too many people out there like, I hope the Chargers run us out of town, so then they really fire Eberflus. Dude, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. I'm not laying down for nobody. That's not the way I fan, right? It's just not the way any of this shit.
Yeah, but
work.
but that's not what you're saying.
What am I saying?
No, that is what you're saying. I mean, no, but you're not saying laying down. You're just saying if you're going to see what you got, now's the time to experiment. We want these players to do well. It's not like, well, let's put them all in so we lose the next 3 games and we get a good draft pick. No, we know what these players have done all season. Get the ones out that haven't done well, and let's see what else we got going into the next season.
Prescott said it. Like Prescott said it best the other day. He was like, hey, you know, these last 3 weeks, this is an absolute audition for any bubble guy or any guy that's just hasn't lived up to his value, and you have a chance to change the perception in 3 weeks. And I don't know if you could do that if you've been so bad. Like Murray's not going to, I said this about Eberflus too. Murray is not going to just turn this page all of a sudden in the last 3 weeks. We're like, ooh, there he is. You know, like, just like I said, Eberflus can literally, and I swear to this, Eberflus can shut out the Chargers, the Commanders, and the Giants in a row. And I would still say, nah, you ain't it. Sorry. Like, you've already done enough damage for me to say, you know, I've had enough. And I know, I understand
that would be a big task.
Well, I'm just saying, dude, like he's done enough damage.
I get what
to
you're
this
saying,
team for me to be like, sorry, man. Like you had your chance.
You know what's crazy is every single team we lost to so far this season is a playoff team right now. Still a playoff team or a playoff team. The Vikings were the first team that we lost to. Think about it. Every single game.
You want to see how piss poor
crazy. And all the teams we beat, except the Eagles, have been eliminated from the playoffs. Except the Vikings, they had to come and fuck that up for us. But
damn it. No, but what I will say, it's funny you bring that up because I'm like, well, I lost my train of thought. But it was.
Logan Wilson get any burn? I didn't even see him in the game.
Who?
Logan Wilson.
They rotated them in there. Every time I saw Logan Wilson, he was just chasing somebody down.
And I saw Leafu in there a couple times.
He
was at he was at that bootleg. He's the one that screwed up the bootleg.
Yeah.
Like I said, everybody.
Look,
go ahead.
I know I said this on a text, and I think next year we're going to have a better team. We got to use those draft picks, pick up some linebackers, try and get the best linebacker in college if we can. We are pretty stacked at DB, man. But
I don't know about that at all. No, we're not.
I think so. I think we're good enough.
No.
Yeah. We paid Bland all that money. Diggs has been out. The kid Revel's been playing decent.
No.
Go ahead.
I just think, all right, just based off of what we just watched, like Revel, yeah, he's got some flash. I like him, right? But you put Bland out of position, and it was so funny how Collinsworth was like, let's take a look at what, Bland's done against Justin Jefferson. I'm like, that's all well and good. That's great. But how about you go show him what he did against Justin Naylor or Jalen, whatever the fuck his name is. I'm like, You forgot about the fact that he didn't turn around at the right time. That's a timing thing. Fine.
Yeah.
But if Bland is better, just like everybody says this, Bland is better in the slot. Right? He's not an outside corner. So if Bland goes back to the inside and you have faith in Revel to be good, this Diggs thing is not going to work out. He is good as gone. Like there's no chatter about him playing. He's gone. I'm looking at 2026 without Trayvon Diggs. So now, as much as you said, Bret, hey, let's go draft the best linebacker. I know we got two first round picks. They have to 1,001% get an outside corner. You have to.
I don't think so. I don't. And here's the thing:
you look at someone out there. You just got mad at him.
But you don't have to get him that early. I mean, where you look at someone like Bland? Where do we find him? I mean, you look. But I'm just saying, though. I mean, where we need it is D line and linebacker. And I'll say it again. I'll say it 5,000 times. If we're getting to the quarterback, you're going to get all these corners you're going to think are great, because these quarterbacks don't have enough time. I think it's really hard to dissect our defensive backs right now due to the lack of pressure and everything that has happened this season with our defensive line and
That's
linebackers.
Fair. That's fair.
We had zero sacks against Minnesota, I believe, right? Yeah, they sacked.
I don't remember a sack.
They sacked us twice.
Crazy.
Oh, by the way, yeah, Dak Prescott also faced, again, more pressure than he's ever faced in his fucking life, by the way. So it's like, everything that, listen, and that's what I said when, I'm not putting it on Aubrey, but when Aubrey missed a field goal, you just have that feeling of, oh, cool. So now, like, everything's going to go wrong here. That's the feeling.
But every time we start talking about the defense, we go back to the offense. Like, let's stay on the defense right here. I know, but I'm just saying, though, what Bret is saying is zero sacks. Rookie quarterback, a rookie fucking quarterback that's been getting beaten up. We had 0 sacks against, and we're talking about defensive backs.
See,
I'm sorry,
you're right. You're right.
If I was a D coordinator, first of all, I would move Leofau to an edge rusher. Just put him out there. That's all the kid does. He hawks.
He's undersized for that, but
it doesn't matter.
It does, because he could get pushed around by a 300-pound tackle.
It doesn't matter. He's fast, dude. You got to look at it, man. Getting the outside pressure, an edge rusher, it's like almost like a new position where all they got to do is just beat them off the line and get to the ball, man. Get the pressure. This would have been my temporary fix, because that kid's a hawk. There are guys that are like that, man. That just go get the quarterback. That's all you got to do. Go get him. Run every play, because we had no outside pressure at all. And it's not even that Micah wasn't there. It doesn't matter. We had no one, even what's his name? Williams. There was no pressure at all on the quarterback. We had no blitzing packages. I didn't see any stunts really. We were bringing 4.
Well, what you're saying right now is it's all the coordinator and it's the scheme. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, but we said that last year. And
No. But that's what you're like. There was no stunts. There was no blitzes. We were rushing for. Whose decision is that?
And then I don't know if we were in zone a lot again. I mean, like my brother said, I don't care if you got Dion, Woodson, fucking Revis back there. If
Everson Walls.
Yeah, it does. It doesn't matter. If the quarterback has all day to throw, those receivers are gonna get open. I mean, defensive back, corner is by far the hardest position in football.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because the receiver knows where the fuck he's going. And now they're limited in even contact and what they can do. We have no coverage sacks. That's like almost like a thing in the past in a zone too. I don't know, man. There's just too much to unpack with this defense. It's just, I don't know where the problem is again.
Well, I mean, like I said, you've identified a lot, meaning no pressure, can't get home. Like Keith has said the same thing. And it's all the common denominator here. I'm sorry, is the defensive coordinator. It is. And because in my mind, Donovan Izaraku.
Well,
guys
I'll
like
say
that,
it again. Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying we have the guys, or at least we have the beginning of the guys.
I don't though. I don't search. We do, but you got to think of, once again, I brought it up. It's a Eberflus, I agree, and it's a little bit of what Jerry Jones is getting. You can't have Kenneth Murray being your quarterback of the defense. That's basically what he is out there when you're the middle linebacker. I mean, that's huge. That's huge. So I do cut Eberflus a little slack because he is not given the correct player. Who knows if we had a true middle linebacker that's really good, maybe our defense would have been a little better. Maybe. I don't know. But in the meantime, yes, I agree. I think get rid of Eberflus, please, and just get linebackers and D linemen. I don't care about anything else. I don't.
And that I remember the point I was going to bring up before when you were talking about teams that they've beaten, teams that they've lost to, and all this other shit. Just go, by the way, go check out the stats for the defense against Green Bay, Chicago, Minnesota, and Detroit. All fucking Eberflus's division from last year where he got ran out of town. The entire NFC North bent us over. And I'm like, oh, so in my mind, right, think about that logically. Oh, familiar opponent to Eberflus. He knows everything. He should know them more than anybody else. What? No, not even close. Like he in fact, he proved why he was fired from the fucking Bears because he couldn't handle the one division, right? So next year when we play the fucking AFC South and we're playing the Jags and the Texans and whoever else, I don't know off the top of my head, I'm just making that up. Like now you have unfamiliar opponents. Like now you could just run your fucking defense and see if it works and this, that, and the third. But we just realized that the people or the teams that did the worst damage, because remember, even when we tied the Packers, we still gave up 40 fucking points. So when we tied the Packers, we got run out of town against Chicago, who is turning out to be a playoff team, so it's whatever. Minnesota, who has sucked ass the last couple of weeks, they just did work. And Detroit. So now you're looking at this 4 losses or 3 losses and a tie.
Yeah, but in Eberflus's defense, he didn't just suck against them.
Correct.
I mean, you look at the Panthers. The Panthers, to me, was the worst defensive game I think I've seen by this team. That was just awful.
Can I raise you Arizona?
Oh, shit, Jacoby Brissett. Thank you for reminding me.
And that's what Jerry Jones said today. Jerry Jones is like, yeah, we're losing to a bunch of bum-ass quarterbacks.
Did he say that?
No, I'm paraphrasing. But I'm saying he thinks we're losing to teams the quarterbacks that shouldn't be beating us. That was telling to me. I was like, ooh, okay, Jerry, get in your fucking mode. I get it. But make a move. Don't wait. There's no reason to wait.
And that's why I sent that Raider thing to you. They got rid of their defensive coordinator. Hell, they got rid of their offensive coordinator earlier.
The Jets.
They're not waiting.
The Jets.
Was it the Jets? Oh, it was the Jets.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
The Jets just fired a defensive coordinator. Yeah. And that's guys, that's Aaron Glenn, who was hired by the Jets because of his defensive specialty. Then he becomes a head coach, hires this guy, and he's gone. He's gone. right? And that was you would think that was an Aaron Glenn thing, right? So the problem is, and this goes back to all the coaches we've had since Parcells, the Garretts, the Phillips of the world, the McCarthys, they're all sitting there and they're just looking for every single positive you could possibly. They're little Sturgeon. All of them.
Yeah.
They're all just like, no, but when Murray's out there, like, no, man, we're all not ignorant and or blind. We're watching the same fucking game as everybody else.
Right now, the playoff picture, right? The Packers, the Lions, and the Panthers, all those three teams are ahead of us. And those are three teams we played, three teams we shit the bed against. And that's why, I don't say they're must wins, but this is why we find ourselves in these fucking situations at the end of the year.
Yeah.
The Panthers and even if the defense just showed up, I mean, all three of those games we could have won. Well, we never had the Lions. Never. They dictated that whole game. The Packers we should have beat if our defense just even played 20% better.
Well, I'm firing the clock
and the
operator.
Fucking Panthers. I mean, it was fucking disgusting.
Well, the Panthers
are. You got Chicago, but
Arizona too, man. That's the thing. I meant when that was my whole thing a few weeks ago before Thanksgiving when we're rattling off who should lose and if we win this and we win that. I just was like, we just need to fucking win.
Right.
That's it. I don't care about any of that other stuff right now because I don't even trust this team winning.
Sure
enough, they lived up to them not fucking winning.
I almost went into the mentality as if the Cowboys didn't have to play any games. I was so concerned about everybody else, like you're saying, and you're the one saying like, hey, like we got to take care of it. I'm like, nah, they'll be favored in all those games. Like, and here we are. So, and not to bring this up because I hate this team more than most, but just remember when we're talking about wins and losses and the ones we should have had and the ones you're like, ooh, that one burns. I don't give a fuck. We beat the Giants, but did we beat the Giants?
Right.
Like Russell Wilson, who's going to be playing for nobody next year, you would think, right? Those guys are the ones dissecting him. The guy like set records on our turf.
Jesus.
Like that's
500 yards. Yeah.
That's unacceptable to anybody's standards, not just the fucking Cowboys. But I'm saying like this is what I'm talking about. Like wins or loss. Like we won games. Yeah, we won games and they were exciting. We won some games. But even in those wins, we were sweating bullets. Like you don't sweat bullets against a team, the Giants, who are now hoping for the number one overall pick.
Who's the one team other than the Raiders that we dominated all year?
Washington. I'm saying that's the only team we held under 20.
Washington, I would say.
Oh yeah, Washington. We beat soundly.
Which might have been it. All right. So that's not, and just like you said, and overall, and Brett's been saying, and
the Jets, right?
The Jets had a couple. You were saying that Fields missed a couple bad passes.
Yeah, he did.
So we're a couple bad passes away from sweating that one out. So like that's how overall the Cowboys being 6-7-1, right? This. And I realize this now. I get it. I realize this now that it would have like all I was trying to do was prolong the season, right? I was like, ooh, we get there, we get this, we get that, we're gonna get it. If the Cowboys got into the playoffs, we would have fucking ran out of town. And like it didn't matter who the fuck we're playing. We're just not a good football team, as you guys have said for weeks.
And what almost started to happen is there are those teams that turn it on at the end of the season that start getting hot.
Sure.
And, what I said against Detroit is now everybody's talking about the Cowboys. It's just a story. If you're a fan of the team and you watch the team, like Detroit said it all. That after that game, it's like, nah, even if the Eagles fucking lose every game, we're not a good team. That's it. There's no other way to say it. You got the number one offense in the NFL and the worst defense. You can't win games. You just can't. Yeah. There's no way. And we got to fix this fucking problem. Look, it's Schottenheimer's first year. Okay. So the expectations were high because it's the Cowboys. But if you're looking statistically, odds wise, so first year head coaches if they get to the playoffs, I don't think there's ever been one to win a Super Bowl.
No.
So, we got this system in, and the offense played fucking great this year. It's the number one offense in the league. We had a surprise in Javonte Williams as a running back. Pickens was a fucking gift, which we need to get him signed.
Flournoy.
We got rid of Micah. Flournoy should have been in there from day one, I think, over Tolbert.
I would assume Tolbert's as good as gone. There's no reason for him to be around.
We had Aubrey. Losing Guyton was a big deal against Detroit. I mean, that rookie tackle came in and just got fucking abused against Detroit.
And then he got
I mean, he played good. He played decent against Minnesota, but
no.
He did. He played
No. Not only that, he got hurt, right? And then I made a joke at home. It was just my dad and my stepmom. We were just three of us watching the game, and I make a joke because he's on the sidelines and he's like stretching out his shoulder. He's like, "Oh man," and all I'm thinking is, you don't want to be in there right now. He's like, "Man, you see when I do this, right?" And he's like doing like a grip test. He's like, "It hurts when I do this, so I can't." And then they bring the other kid in, and he just gets mauled, mauled over. I'm like,
and the other thing that surprises me, and there was a lot of times we were on the goal line where just give the ball to Lepke. That kid just runs hard. I mean, that's the purpose of having that type of a player.
But that goes to my point for Lepke, right? He looked like, get him the ball more. He looks like he's fresh legs, all that shit. That goes to the point of whatever can go wrong will go wrong because my man gets concussed on a pointless kickoff.
Yeah,
right. That was the end of the half. That was done. Right?
I got a strange conspiracy brewing in my head.
Oh boy, here we go.
Because if you notice, like
tinfoil hat time,
Pickens hasn't been getting a lot of targets his way. Like maybe they're doing that because they want to bring his
do his contract. No. What's that going to do to his contract value?
Jesus.
Yeah.
You just cut me off, Sturch. Every time.
No, I'm sorry. I just
you won't let me take the point. You got to jump in and just try to intercept it. Unlike the Cowboys defense,
you started freezing ass. So that's why you're like, I was like, all right, let me make the point for him.
And then there was some lazy running by him against Detroit too. Did you guys watch that thing that was it Revis that I sent you?
No, I didn't get a chance. I saw it, but I right.
What basically they were asking about all the receivers he covered, and he brought up. They go, give me one word to describe a receiver. He goes, T.O. He said slacker. He said Randy Moss, slacker. And then they show the plays where that they jogging, and then they'll go. And then he brought up Steve Smith, fucking dog. Yeah, every play, every run.
I love Steve Smith.
They're Michael Irvin, that's what made him a dog, was that every play. And I noticed Pickens against Detroit, that's why I said maybe there was something going on. He seemed out of it. Yeah. And then this game he was he wasn't really that open. I mean, sometimes you get those guys that are just so damn talented that they don't, when you get a guy that's just good, he overcompensates with hustle. And then, it's very rare you get those guys that are both, like a Jerry Rice or a Michael Irvin, that make you, or a Fitzgerald. I mean, look at Fitzgerald. He's 100% every fucking play.
I say, the best wide receiver tandem I've ever seen is Rice and Taylor.
Yeah.
That was unbelievable.
Irvin and Harper got something to say.
No, I'm you.
I'm kidding. I'm actually kidding. No, I'm just being
it's not a bad argument. It's not a bad discussion. That's why you're not kidding.
But to me, it is Rice.
You're a fan, but I meant, look what Jonathan Taylor and Jerry Rice stayed together the whole time.
Right.
I mean, and they won multiple Super Bowls.
Stallworth and Swan and Taylor Rice has got to be up there number one. I mean, but
bro, we had Terry Glenn and Roy Williams at one point. What the fuck are you talking about?
I mean, Irvin Harper was good, but that's the other thing. When you're a legit number 2 receiver, you can't gas yourself up and think you're a number 1. And Harper was only Harper because of Irvin. With Taylor and Rice, it was like and don't forget
Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne.
Yeah,
no, it's another one. Minnesota.
Isaac Bruce, and Torrey Holt.
Reed and Chris Carter.
I still go. I mean, it's a cheat code with Jerry Rice, anyways. So put Rice up there. It's like,
well, it is and it isn't. I mean, people forget he was a Division II receiver. He was
No, but I'm saying it just is. But I know it is a cheat code because of how he performed in the NFL. I mean, he's the greatest NFL player ever.
It's up there.
By the way, I changed my argument with LT. I do go Reggie White. Well, remember we were on the text. Yeah, Reggie White is probably.
Reggie White, yeah.
I mean, I'll never forget that clip of him just fucking flooring Larry Allen. Like rookie or not, like he just like, yeah, all right, step aside, young man. But I do also want to bring up
off-season talk. We're in off-season talk.
I do want to bring up one more point, and then we'll pick the Chargers game as if it matters.
Pick the Chargers. Go ahead.
Okay. I want to bring up one more point, and it's a legitimate point. Now, my dad made a joke as I was leaving the house the other night, and he goes, maybe they just won those 3 games on adrenaline, right? Like, think about it like this. We lost Marshawn Nealon. That was a fucking catastrophic thing to happen to a team, a brotherhood, right? You go on a bye week. It happens during the bye week. You get back, you unite, you beat up on a bad Raiders team, right? And you're like, ooh, good. Now let's see what happens. That propelled them to the next couple weeks, right? I really, truly think that they were playing as inspired football as you possibly can. But think about the schedule. Think about how many games they played in a short amount of time. But the adrenaline was pumping. I feel like after that Chiefs win on Thanksgiving, which, by the way, was one of my favorite wins maybe ever, because you beat Mahomes, you just feel like you're on top of the world. I think after that, Cowboys came back to reality. The defense was still now bad again to mediocre, right? But then, like, you just realize that over time, you're getting the 3-5-1 Cowboys that we saw. Right.
And those trades had nothing to do with anything, which really hurts because you were super excited about those trades.
The Quinnen Williams trade's going to work out very well.
Well, I'm just saying, though, this season we kept trying to say that this is not going to fix a defense. It's not.
Right. I was going to say, too, they're professionals, bro. And as much as people outside of the business and these guys, the adrenaline's always there.
No, but I'm just, there's momentum, I guess. Maybe momentum.
That makes it more cinematic, but the reality is that there's schematics, X's and O's, weaknesses in the defense that are being exploited, stupid plays, people out of position. You have guys that can get motivated, like Brett Favre played when his father died, stuff like that. I mean, but there's guys every day that, as a professional and as a man, you got to go to work, and regardless of the motivation, Brian Flores really put together a great fucking defensive scheme against our offense. I mean, again, 2 for 12 on 3rd down conversions. Our defense fucking just shit the bed. No pressure, no sacks. I don't care if fucking. I'm
just making a generalization that we came back to life.
But here's the thing too. I think that you and it's hard not to put the Chiefs on a pedestal, but they're not a good team either.
No, they're not.
I don't, and that's the thing. And then the Eagles have been. I mean, honestly, have we beat a really good team? Maybe the Eagles, you could say, but everyone thinks they're not that good. I mean, I know people that thought the Raiders were going to beat them.
I said if.
But I'm just saying that
was a joke. We were joking.
Everybody knew.
I was just joking, man. I was just joking.
But then you got to see the fucking TikTok. Look at this fucking retard.
But anyways, my point is that we haven't really stepped up and beat. And you don't play many really good teams, first of all, in a season. You don't. Like, who are the best teams we played? Detroit?
Packers.
Packers.
Right.
Broncos, I guess you can put them up there.
Yeah,
they only have 2 losses.
They don't
Chicago,
lose
bro. We just didn't realize how good they were earlier in the season. Chicago's
another one. So I mean,
Chicago is another one. But then I think about the plays that we gave up against Chicago,
but the
broken flea flickers and shit. I'm just like, what?
The whole point I'm trying to make though is that, like, when it came to actual teams that are really good, we got the fucking doors blown off, except the Packers. So I meant, and Kansas City just wasn't that good. So it was kind of, what's the fool's goal? Like, you're like, oh, we just beat Kansas City. They've been in the Super Bowl the last fucking 20 years. Oh, we're the best. And it's like, fuck it. Jalen Hurts is having, problems and we beat them. And then, of course, there's the Raiders. So Detroit was the first real test that we had, in which we all said this on the show, where this is it. This is going to show what we're all about. And they beat us by 14 points.
And they may not even be a fucking playoff team.
Yeah. But they still, but they're a good team.
We played was Green Bay.
Well, let's pick the games. Let's pick the games.
Yeah. Let's get. Now remember, just all for all intents and purposes, the only way the Cowboys make the playoffs is through the NFC East. The Cowboys have to win out. The Eagles have to lose out. Now that starts this week. So Cowboys chart. What? Cowboys, Chargers coming in. Chargers coming in. Herbert's a little banged up, but he's shown he can still, kind of sling it because it's his non-throwing arm. They got a decent running game. Amari Hampton's back. They got a couple slot receivers that might dice us up. Their defense is relatively good. They can get to the quarterback. They have a lot of good playmakers, and they're in playoff contention. They are looking to try to get in as a wild card. So, Keith, I'll start with you. How are
no. You go first. You just set it all up. Go ahead. You go first.
Oh, okay, fine.
I want to go last.
That's fine. Okay.
I'll go first. I don't give a fuck.
All right, go ahead. Go first.
I think Chargers put up over 40 points on us. I'm looking at maybe Chargers 42, Dallas 27.
Okay, so complete just abomination.
Yeah, we're getting annihilated.
Okay,
that's fine. Go ahead.
Just based off the character of this team, based off of the head coach, based off of Dak Prescott, based off of the talent and the skill players that we have, they feel embarrassed, they feel angry, they feel pissed, and which they should. We all do. I think the Cowboys do show up in this game. They don't get trounced, but they'll lose something around like 30-26 or something like that. So this is the first time all year that I've picked them to lose. So,
can I change mine real quick?
Sure.
If the Chargers put up 42, then you got to factor in they might hold the ball, or we'll play. I'll give us an extra. I'll go 42-30.
Oh, all right, good, nice. Offense is still there.
All right. So when you look at a game like this, you have to look at, this is the first time we're playing pretty much knowing we're out of the playoffs. Like, this is we're playing knowing it's done. It's over. As you said, Dak Prescott said, the bubble players, they're checked out. They know Eagles aren't good. You're going to see that in this game. Now, when you look at the quarterbacks we've played, from Jacoby Brissett to McCarthy to whoever else, every quarterback that's lit us up, this is a time we're playing a quarterback where his team is in prime position to take the division, the AFC West. Well, no, how far are they from the Denver? 2 or 3 games?
2 games.
They're going to beat Denver.
They got a shot, but
they have a shot. Yeah, but I mean, it's
they're
a playoff team. But they're a playoff team. So you're playing a quarterback in Justin Herbert. You're playing a quarterback in Justin Herbert, who has proved to be a goddamn good quarterback. And if we all think he's going to lay an egg against this defense, I don't know. I know you guys don't. If anyone thinks that, I don't know where your head's at. They have a running back in Hampton who just came back from injury, who's running his ass off. This guy's going to have a field day against us. I see it 3 and outs. I actually see the opposite than you do, Sturch. I don't see much motivation in this game. If you can't get up for a game like last Sunday, I can't see them getting up for a game like this at all. I mean, you got beat by a team with pretty much a rookie quarterback, a shitty offense. What are they, the 28th offense ranked? You got embarrassed on Sunday night, and you were the ones playing for the playoffs, and they weren't. Now it's the opposite with a team, with a coach, Jim Harbaugh, that is not going to let them slip. I agree with Bret, except I think he's given the offense a little too much credit. I don't see them scoring a lot in this game. We're losing it from the beginning. We get slow starts, and we are not going to come back from this slow start. It's going to be one of those games where we're like in the third quarter, just fucking end, please, end the whole season. It's going to just end right now. Why do we have to go through 2 more games? So I'm going to say, because it's going to get ahead of them, and then San Diego starts. I'm going to say something like 34-13, maybe 38-13.
Okay. Now I just want to bring up
in the 30s to 13. I'll say in the 30s to 13.
Okay. I just want to bring up one more point. And Keith, this goes back to you're the historian, so maybe you'll remember this. Not too far ago, the Cowboys were kind of shitty, mediocre, not knowing what's happening. They didn't know, the season seemed to be up in smoke. And they played the Rams in Dallas. And they beat the fuck out of the Rams, who were an actual good team.
Yeah, but we were still in playoff. We were still in playoff contention then.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it was a Sunday night game. I know exactly what game you're talking about.
Okay. But
we were still in
I have no idea which game you're talking about.
I know what he's talking about. I want to say it's 2019, 2018 or 19.
No. I think it was like 2023.
I forgot we played the
No, 22. I don't know.
No, it was before 2020.
It was before McCarthy. Yeah, we put the
Well, it was
boots to a team that
2018,
I thought.
2019 without look. I know what game they're talking about. And was
But what I'm saying is they put the boots to a team that was way way
that
better
ain't
than
gonna
us.
happen, Sturge.
But bro, this is
going to. I'm just telling you what
you can
the
bring
history.
up. I know, but you can bring up other games like that too. You missed the whole point of me saying we're fucking eliminated. Like
No.
if you can't get up for a game when you're in playoff contention, what makes you think they're going to get up now? At that time, they were still in playoff contention with the Rams. They were still in contention. I don't know if we even made the playoffs that year. I mean, now I'm rattling it off, but we were in playoff contention, and we did beat the Rams. But this is a totally different. Number one, it's a totally different team, and it's just a totally different scenario. So
I don't want to live in a world where, and again, 6-7-1 with a 1% chance to do anything. There realistically isn't much hope, right? But I don't want to live in a world where a Dak Prescott led Cowboys team are not going to get up for any game. Regardless.
You're in the world, buddy. It has.
Well, no, what I'm saying is,
and it has nothing to do with Dak, buddy.
No, but
it has nothing to do with him.
No, but you just said that they're not going to get up. They're not going to score. They're not going to like.
No, I'm saying as a general, as a team, yeah, they're not. I know certain players will be. He will be. But I'm saying as a team, I see the wheels coming off, especially in this game, worse than it's ever has. Because now we're actually playing a playoff team that's in playoff mode at the end of the season, and we proved we're not a playoff team. And the Chargers need this game. We don't. We're done.
I mean, that's
we're
all.
Cooked.
That's all.
So I meant it's going to be now. Sometimes you get, oh shit, we have nothing to lose. Let's just go out and have fun mentality. And when you go out and have fun, sometimes you can play a lot better when you're not thinking too much.
Playing a little.
Now, if you're going to go that route, I would say okay, possibly. But the fucking we got our ass kicked and we're coming out and we're going to get motivated. This team doesn't get motivated like that, bro. It doesn't. It's not that. It's not what they do. But if you went the other way and said, oh, hey, it's over. Hey guys, let's just go out and have a good time. Let's have fun. Let's just win the game. I see that mentality more than I do. We were embarrassed on Sunday night by JJ McCarthy. Let's go out there and win. I can't see that without playoff aspirations.
And they're the number 2 fucking defense in the NFL, man. I mean, it's I don't see us caring. I mean, I really don't. I would go so far to say just sit Dak.
Yeah. Nope.
Well, that's what we're saying. I mean, look, until we're completely out, I agree, Sturch.
Yeah.
But once we're out, and you know what? This is a 10 a.m. game, so we're not going to know anything then. But I mean, if this was if it was a 1 p.m. game and the Eagles played later or whatever at the same whatever it is or earlier, and we played later and the Eagles won, I would agree. Just have Milton start. But as long as there's that 1% chance, yes, Dak is going to start.
Well, just to not to rain on your parade, but they flexed the Eagles to Saturday, so that we're going to know. We're going to know. So we're going to know.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah. So the Eagles can clinch the NFC East Saturday night. So then you'll know.
I hope they fucking do. I really do. I hope they clinch it.
Oh shit! Oh god! I gotta hear it. If the fucking Eagles lose, Sturch is gonna go nuts.
You better wait.
So they gotta lose.
They gotta
lose all 3 games.
Yeah, but don't worry, it's one at a time, Bret. One at a motherfucking time, dog. That's what's up. And you know what? My Saturday is gonna be made when Marcus Mariota does his fucking thing. See, I'm laughing, everybody. If you're watching this, he's like, "Oh my god, he really believes that?" No, I don't.
Well, you know what? You
that.
cut it up. You cut it up to where it looked like you were serious.
All part of the plan. There's 150,000 people that watch that shit.
That's brilliant. I'm glad we're live right now. Let's do that. Let's all 3 of us right now do a scenario where the Cowboys make the playoffs. Sturch, you cut it up and put it up so they think it's real.
I don't got time for that shit, dude.
What do you mean? Over 30 seconds. I'll go first.
Go ahead.
All right. This is what I think. Honestly, I really believe that I think the Eagles got a good chance of losing. I mean, they even though they beat the Raiders, they started out slow, and I still believe there's like beef in that locker room. And I can see. You saw what Mariota did against freaking against Dart, who's a damn good quarterback. So I see dude. I think the Eagles can lose the next 3, and there's a very good chance we win the next.
I'll say this too. I agree with my brother. I can easily see the Eagles losing these next 3 games. And, Dallas has a 1% chance. We've seen it before. Look, there were glimpses of greatness in our defense and in our offense.
I'm fucking done.
No, think about this. No, listen. Everybody, what's Herbert's record against the Cowboys? He's 0-2.
Not good.
He's 0-2. Justin Herbert's 0-2 against the Cowboys. He's going to be 0-3. We know we could beat Washington because we did it already. We beat the Giants. With Russell Wilson. We're definitely going to beat him with Jackson. I just fucked that up.
So the Cowboys, you're looking at right now in your fucking face, you're looking at the 9-7-1 NFC East champions. Take it to the bank.
Let's go. Put money on.
Fucking go, dog. Put your mortgage on it. Anyway, listen, it's been fun. Season's pretty much a wrap, but a lot of fun to be had on this podcast. And like I said, I hope they just go out there and fucking. I hope they have fun. No, I hope they go out there and they try.
Listen, you know what, Dave, guys? It's not about winning. It's about having fun.
All right, yo, I gotta go, boys.
All right.
Take it easy.
Yes, sir. That's Keith Ernst, and for Dave Sturchio and Bret Ernst, this has been it's a learning lesson.
Hey, and if you guys are in Lincoln, Nebraska, I'm going to be at the House Comedy Club this Saturday night. So.
Let's do it. Hey, listen, I'm sorry I missed your I got fucking out of work so late. It was like,
no,
it does. I like
it was almost sold out, and it was a great show, but don't worry about it. We were like 10 seats. Well, I think we were 2 seats away from a sellout. So if you would have been there, I would have. Yeah, sorry. I would have bonused out.
Oh, fuck. Well, you know what, dude? Listen.
I'm kidding.
I know, but if you would have said that like on Thursday, like, hey man, just so you know, if you're there, like,
sold out.
That's great.
You would have to sit in the back by yourself with the comics.
I'm not against it. Anyway, let's go Cowboys. Let's get it done this weekend. Let's keep.
We're gonna win the division.
We're gonna win. What are we waiting for? Let's do it.
There's a soldier. Get up, you son of a bitch. Mickey loves you.
Cause Jerry loves you.
How about them Cowboys?
Good night, everybody. And it ain't about all shit.
The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows.
It'll beat you to your knees if you let it. Oh, Rocky. Oh, fuck.
That's how winning is done.
Good night, everybody.
Hey, this is Tony Soprano, and you're listening to Jersey Boyz Podcast with your hosts, Dave Sturchio and the Ernst boys. I mean, I could give a shit about the Cowboys. We're in New Jersey. These guys got balls being Cowboys fans in Jersey. Anyways, enjoy. Whatever.
How about them Cowboys?